This Troper is Gus Zagarella, and I'm an ocean of adventure.
This Troper is Meg Juden, and I'm a big little brother.
This Troper is Henry Galley, and I'm a consolation prize every day of my life.
And welcome to Troper Tales, the show where we revisit the Troper Tales archive, where people in the late 2000s tried to apply fictional tropes to real life.
It really works. Try it on your friends.
Hell yeah!
Try it on everyone.
Guys, I want to commandeer the whole thing for a question to both of you two about me. I don't want to put you on the spot. I would like the record to state that I'm putting on sunglasses. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, would you two say that I'm a bad boy?
Ooh. I mean,
I would say that you've always been bad. You dress in all black.
It's true.
And you might fuck around and skip class.
What do you think, Gus? Am I a bad boy?
you could be a saucy boy sometimes. You could be a
That's true.
naughty boy.
He can be a little bit of a maverick, to be sure.
You can also be a scary man sometimes, Henry Galley.
That's true. And for what it's worth, feel free to join in the comments on this one. Do you think I, Henry Galley, am a bad boy? Tell me why or why not down below, and I'll hop into the comments and argue with you about it.
Exactly, and how bad of a boy
How
is
bad
he?
me be? How bad can I be?
If you want to test how bad he is, just try to leave a comment saying he's not as bad as you think he is, because he'll prove you wrong. He will show you.
I will say something truly horrific.
Yeah, exactly.
He will.
Yep. Comment.
What are you gonna say,
Oh
Gus?
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, comment about Henry's bad boy status, and he will give you some kind of horrifying image.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a guarantee. So, the reason I say this is that, deep down, we all know all girls want bad boys. Incidentally, that's the name of today's trope.
Yes. It's such a shame that all bad boys don't want girls. They're all gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no bad boys are on TV tropes. And as a result, that I think in itself...
Are you so sure? We met some pretty bad boys in the last couple episodes.
We met the Joker and the ass smackers.
Joker, the ass smackers,
Slenderman,
the Berserker Rage guy who ripped somebody's head
Slenderman,
Slenderman,
the baddest boy.
Baby Bear. They're all bad boys.
So, shall we hear... this is a real discourse. People from all angles just pitching in on what they think about this concept of whether all girls want bad boys. Are we ready to cringe?
I am ready for some incel bullshit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, you ready,
before
Gus?
the incels. This is when they were out of the cells, and they should go into the cells.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they hadn't
Yeah,
been
they
putting
should be
themselves
in
Yeah,
cells.
exactly.
This male troper's female friend has had quite a few words to say about this trope. If I may paraphrase, why the hell would I go after some self-absorbed, angsty pretty boy way too preoccupied with his own issues? So I'd have to deal with them? Heh, no thanks. I'd rather have someone deal with my issues. The last part was said in jest, but I still think the whole thing's pretty hilarious. So do we think this girl exists or
think
said that?
I love, this was said as a joke, but I do think it's funny.
Yeah, that's true.
This was said as a joke, but I do think it's funny.
I mean, normally jokes aren't funny. At least in this era, they weren't.
No, it's true. I mean, we did that video on Echo Chamber. They
Oh
really
yeah,
weren't
no, exactly.
funny.
So it's like, listen. I gotta clarify. Even though this is a joke, it's actually funny. Hear me out. It's a funny joke.
Hear me out. Jokes can be funny. Guys, have we discovered this yet? Have we discovered that jokes can be funny?
This was before comedy was invented by Tig Notaro in 2015.
More power to whoever of these people actually existed.
Wouldn't it be really funny if it was actually only the girl that exists, but she worries that in the very patriarchal environment of TV tropes she won't get taken seriously, so she filters it all through this, made-up male friend persona, fucking she's the man?
I think that's what happened. She pulled an H.G. Wells from Warehouse 13.
She's just like, yeah, well, I'm not a troper, and I'm also not underage, so I gotta do something to blend in here.
Yeah. No, I'm not a troper, I'm just a coper. Alright, next we have... This troper was on the receiving end of this effect in high school. The girl with whom he had gone on several dates suddenly decided that she didn't feel like dating. Later, he saw said girl walking out of school hand in hand with a stereotypical skater bad boy. I think this is Johnny from The Room.
This is Johnny from The Room.
This is like the childhood of Tommy Wiseau.
The other thing, too...
She betrayed me! I have fed up with the world!
The thing is, I thought he was almost saying that he was the bad boy and women wanted him, but then he said... a girl with whom I'd been on many dates on, and I'm like, nope, this isn't the bad boy.
No.
This would be so dope if there was one entry on here that like, oh yeah, I'm a bad boy and I'm a homewrecker.
I smash
steal
mad
girl
puss.
after girl
I
after
smash
girl.
so much puss.
All girls want me. I'm hiding from all of them. I'm in a bunker right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to get in here. I don't know what they want. Please.
They want me. They want my meat.
I just thought this idea is like, look, I'm a bad boy, but what people, and I like smash a lot of puss, but what people don't know is, I'm actually gay, and for me, the true sexual element comes from my humiliation kink, because I just imagine how sad the boyfriend is that I've stolen the girl, and that's what gets me off.
Yeah. Oh.
The hoops that this man has to go through.
Yes, like, I have a very unactionable fetish. I might as well be into vor.
That would make you a pretty big bad boy.
Yeah. The baddest boys love vor, just as direwolf.
I mean, the baddest boys eat their women alive, so I don't know.
Parker Matthews wants to know your
I mean,
location.
that's why that's why the Chad jawline is so pronounced, because they have to unhinge them to eat
He
him.
needs it to consume women.
Yeah.
This is what Jeremy Fragrance does. He's like, fragrances,
They're like pheromones.
Yeah, they like bring the women in and then he
He
devours them.
clamps around them like a Venus flytrap.
Power, chomp!
Yeah, power eats the head. This is why he's constantly like overcompensating and talking about how much he respects women.
Yeah, because when he doesn't respect women, he devours them.
Yeah, and I do. Often.
Often.
God, Alright, I'm ready for the next one because this one is a fucking novel.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm ready for the manifesto.
Yeah, this is.
I'm ready to laugh and cry and mostly continue to
Yeah,
cry.
we're playing a game of like spot the Elliot Rodger. Alright. This happened to me with my ex-girlfriend. Not Elliot Rodger. Apparently, 5 years of being a gentle giant and more or less a hugantic? That's not a word.
Hugantic?
That's a bullshit
You mean-
20...
You mean gigantic and huge? Hugantic just sounds like a fucking game developer.
Yeah,
Hi, my
hugantic.
name's Huge Antics, Huge Antics.
It's Humongous's even bigger brother.
Huge Antics.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a wind-up merchant. He loves to play practical jokes, and people are always like, "Oh, Hugh and your antics."
I'm looking for a huge antics. Huge antics. Is there a huge antics here?
Yeah. God, this universe is colliding. This is Moe getting prank called.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. A hugantic sweetheart just wasn't good enough for her. See, I'm very, in quotation marks, very difficult to make angry. And apparently, she got it into her crazy little head whenever someone is calling an ex-girlfriend crazy. That's already just the biggest red flag.
Yeah.
The fact that he describes himself as a gentle giant suggests to me that he's a scary boy.
He's maybe not so gentle. Like,
Yeah,
But then
I'm picturing Leatherface.
Yeah, but then in parentheses, he goes on to specify, I'm not saying this to be spiteful. She literally was, at the time, crazy. She had a mild form of schizophrenia. So great that you're just like trotting out this
Jeez.
person's deeply personal mental health
yeah, and I'm sure
struggles
this person
on
is
Troper
so
Tales, you
nice.
twat.
I'm a nice person. I'm a gentle giant. Flips table, smashes through wall, throws house.
Yeah, and it's like, what I hate about this, like, oh, her crazy little head. It's like, well, you presumably knew that she had
Why would you-
schizophrenia when you dated her. It's like that thing, is that great comeback where it was like, I forgot what it was, but it was like a woman tweeted it ages ago, and it was like a guy said, hey, do you want to like go on a date? And she's like, nah, sorry. And he goes, oh, you're fat anyway, and leaves. She goes, I was fat when you approached.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You saw my fat ass. That's why you wanted to ask me out.
yeah, that's a power move. Anyway, that I just wasn't good enough for her because I never got angry at her. What? What the hell? I thought that, girls enjoyed guys showering them with attention at every possible moment the way I did with her. Already, this dude is just Joe from You.
Yeah.
No,
Like a clingy, like overbearing creep who
This is
thinks
Vince
he's...
Vaughn as Norman Bates in the remake of Psycho.
And Vince Vaughn in The Wedding Crashers.
A very big, threatening man.
So we've crossed the threshold into Act 2. How does this proceed?
Yeah. Anyway, so when I finish burying
Anyway, so I
her...
start blasting.
Jesus,
After I
that's
lovingly
not-
killed my wife.
Yeah. I lovingly cut her fucking head off.
Broke her up into pieces.
She said she likes bad boys. What's badder than a cannibal?
She said she likes bad boys, but now I'm a bad boy and she's dead.
And I'm in jail. This is awful. This is Captain Sishmael's origin story.
He would never date a girl.
So, well, things ended rather badly, and it's only recently that she's admitted that she was wrong. Only after both of us were in new relationships, of course. I give you a paraphrase. Quote, me. Well, what's the problem? Her. Please unlock the cuffs. I need to eat. No. She says,
I thought that was
Oh
real.
my god.
that'd be an amazing punchline, like it's a short horror
I thought
story.
it was like a Hey Walter situation.
Yeah, it's like, she just doesn't know what's good for her. That's why I cut off her arms and legs, and I take care of her full time now.
God damn.
Anyway, you just don't show that much emotion. You're so predictable. You're all loving and patient and calm, and it's annoying. Me. Wait, you're upset with me because I never get upset with you? Her. ... Me. Lovely. Facepalm. Her. Well, it's, me. I have told you why I keep my temper so carefully. I have told you I don't want to turn into my father. Is this a problem now? The level of, implied backstory we're getting of this
This
dude.
is like Marriage Story.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching Marriage
Yeah,
Story.
no, this is a fully fleshed out, like, character at this point.
Yeah, like, I want to buy the film rights for
Yeah.
this. This is fucking, like, we got Adam Driver to lead.
Yeah.
Anyway, her, ... Me. I am nowhere near caffeinated enough for this conversation. Get up to get some coffee. It's gonna be a long night. To be fair, again, to what extent this is bullshit is very variable,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things where I get the sense that even in this guy's reporting of this situation, he comes across as a dude who would be, like, very condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's a guy who, in a difficult conversation, just fucking leaves to get coffee.
Yeah, this is like... This is wild. Though I will say, if we did get the film rights to this, we got to get a proper giant. And that's why I say we signed Dave Bautista to this.
Yo.
Yes!
No, the thing is, I genuinely, like, couldn't believe Dave Bautista as, like, a bad dude.
Well, that was his whole thing in wrestling. He was a fucking monster in wrestling.
That's true. God, it just shows what a good actor he is.
No, yeah. Like, he's a damn good dude. And fucking the scariest man in the ring sometimes.
If there's anything we can take from that story, it's that Dave Bautista is a pretty swell guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a real bad boy, and women want him.
Yeah, exactly.
I want him, and I'm not even a woman. All right.
I want him and I'm not even a
Yeah.
woman.
Exactly.
I want him, and I'm not even a woman. There, I said your both of
Comment
your
and
jokes.
tell us if you want Dave Bautista.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. This next one. I must be too nice. ... Every girl seeing me comments on how cute I am, but nobody wants to date me. No, they'd rather go for the jerk jock and the stoner. Sighs.
Joss Whedon?
No, sigh. I have books.
Joss Whedon?
I'm sorry.
Ernest Clyde? Ernest Clyde on TV Tropes?
I just love those things where someone is just like, they jump out of the woodwork and they're just like, I'm a cliche.
I love books!
I love
This
books.
is bullshit too, because you can absolutely be cute, but also a bad boy and eat lots of puss. Case in point, Kirby.
So, you know, case in point, me! That would have been such a Chad
Well, I
move.
mean, to be fair, have you ever seen Gus and Kirby in the same room?
That's true.
No, god damn it. Okay, fun fact. Back in the day, I actually had like another sort of fan fiction project that I never really wrote down or drew, but it was all in my head, and it was a sitcom where it was me as like a 12-year-old and Kirby just hanging out and going on adventures.
I thought you were going to say, like, it's a fanfic about me called Gus the Pussy Muncher. And it's just me just eating women out day in and day
Yeah,
out.
I mean that's the gritty reboot. Is that like, you know, Kirby and I have a contest to see how well we can be at Conolingus. It's like a sports anime, but the sport is Conolingus, and we're rivals.
I'm not going to lie.
That sounds amazing.
I'm now imagining that previous story, except, like, the man is Gus and the woman is Kirby.
Kirby got into their crazy little head. They must have eaten.
Kirby's like, you're just too nice. One sec, gotta take my schizophrenia meds. Like,
He inhales it.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Kirby got schizophrenia after they ate someone with schizophrenia.
Yes, look, Kirby's schizophrenia meds is just inhaling someone without schizophrenia and like occupying them for like that period of time.
Oh man, this is neurotypical Kirby. It's his greatest power.
He has energy and focus.
Yeah.
Wow, how does he do it?
He doesn't hear the voices.
Yeah, how did he manage to do this?
There are no dishes piled up in his sink. He's got a successful job and a fulfilling love life. It's neurotypical Kirby.
All he has to live with is the fact that he murdered someone else to get this power. He stole their life.
Neurotypical Kirby would be like a dope username in something.
Yeah.
Someone please change their Tumblr URL to neurotypical Kirby.
Yeah, or like your Discord name, change or your YouTube name if you're a real Chad. If there's a neurotypical Kirby comment on this,
Yeah.
oh shit my pants.
You know what? As soon as you said that, a bunch of people just made neurotypical Kirby accounts and started commenting.
Good, neurotypical Kirby army unite.
Exactly. We love you, neurotypical Kirby.
Anyway,
And all the
Next.
neuroatypical Kirbys out there too. We love all Kirbys.
that's us. We're the neuroatypical Kirbys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, this Troper had it happen to him often. And I do.
Often.
But another friend is an even better example. He was comforting a friend who had broken up with a jerk who was abusing her. She said to the friend, who had a large crush on her by the way, "If only I could date a nice guy like you." He replied, "How about a nice guy who is me?" She gave a long, rambling answer, but it basically came down to the fact that he wasn't dangerous enough, and she wanted excitement. To this day, this Troper still winces whenever he hears about the girl and the friend in the same sentence.
Oh.
Wow.
I
That's
just,
such a cliche.
It
I
is.
literally can't imagine. The thing is, a lot of these are young because I legitimately can't imagine any woman who like isn't a teenager or like literally on crack being like, "I want a dangerous
Well,
man."
the thing is,
You
the
know?
thing is,
Oops, sorry, I just kicked the
but,
mic.
well, the thing is, this was like a less dangerous time. You gotta think back to like the 2010s in terms of like people's awareness of the world. It was the fucking Garden of Eden back then. People were like looking for that forbidden fruit because it was the only gateway to having any kind of meaningful excitement in their lives.
It's true. And again, to be fair, a dude who fucking tries to make a move on a girl when he is comforting her, like, after a
Just makes me
breakup
think of
with an
that guy
abusive
that you
boyfriend.
know, that guy that you knew who went in for a kiss after he was like comforting someone who was crying.
Yeah, and it's just like, why'd you do that?
You know, to be fair, Henry, when you put it like that, he does sound dangerous, but maybe she didn't want
Yeah.
danger as much as she thought she did.
No, exactly. This is the real kind of danger. This isn't like drives a motorbike. This is like you'll end up in a series of bin bags off the I-25.
Yeah, this is he might drive a motorbike, but it's one he stole to hide your body and plant the evidence on the guy who the motorbike belongs to.
Yeah, this guy won't drive a motorbike, but he may one day wear your face as a mask.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's pretty fucking dangerous. Anyway, this Troper's love interest dumped him for his best friend.
Don't call somebody in real life
With
your
a
love
love
interest.
interest.
That is just
Gross.
That is main character syndrome to a T.
Yeah.
Henry. Will you be my love interest?
Always. Yeah, the Troper's love interest dumped him for his best friend, who used to be some kind of hooligan. ...
The old dudes again.
Is this another old man from the ward, the arseless chaps hospital ward?
The ass out nursing home.
Oh my god.
I'm just picturing a hospital called Our Lady of Arse. St. Butt Cheeks.
Sacred Fart Hospital.
John's Butkins. John's Thotkins. That's my sexy hospital.
Johns Thotkins, where all the doctors are ass out.
I'm gonna stab myself with a shard of glass so I get sent to John Thotkins.
Oh my god, this is how we can solve the vaccination crisis. We
put all of the
open
nurses'
a
ass
sexy
out.
hospital.
Holy shit.
No,
Carry on real?
yeah, who has ever thought of
Carry
just-
on film
Yeah,
real.
we will literally open like a bawdy 1970s English hospital.
Come on down to John's Thotkins. We've got knee-high stockings.
You have to sign a series of waivers before you come in.
Yeah.
And more than the usual ones.
Whoa.
It's like, it still costs like an absurd amount of money if you're not insured, but like rather than having the money taken out via a bill, you have to like make it rain onto the doctors and nurses.
You have to put it into their G-strings.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I love the lore of this series already. We've got the strong pizza, Pirate Slenderman, and now the ass out hospital.
John's
I'm just imagining the doctor being like, "Nurses, how is the twerk therapy going?"
Yeah, just cut like a series of nurses twerking around like a dying like gunshot wound victim.
And he's like, "I think it's working."
The vibrations of the butt cheeks are slowly taking the bullet out.
This hospital was initially funded by a very generous donation from angel investor Sir Mix-a-Lot.
The thing is, that dying gunshot wound victim like could see heaven up above him, but he also saw the fat asses, and he chose the asses, so he brought himself back to life.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll die, but first
He will
live.
have lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Next one. Oh wow, this applies to me, sadly. This girl I met not too long ago and talked to nearly every day, all day, likes me, and tells me she loves me nearly every day, etc. The feeling is mutual. However, she's totally in love with this kid she used to date who lives in a trailer, got kicked out of every school he's gone to, is on
Jughead?
parole,
Oh my god, this is Archie!
and into some hardcore drugs and has weapons. Even worse, he's 15 and she's 18. This kid is as dumb as a rock and is a total loser, but he makes her wet and she's driven to him. He's cheated
That's
on her.
a crime, my guy.
She's the creep here.
Yeah.
He's over 16 and
Yeah,
he's a
you
child.
Oh my god.
Like, genuinely, a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old, different fucking
No,
ball
that's
games.
really bad. Also this
Like,
That's
also
statutory.
Also, so is this description. Holy shit, this got weird.
Yeah, like, look at this guy. He's like, stupid, sexy 15-year-old stealing my adult woman.
God, yeah,
Like,
God.
Yeah.
That's not the person to
Stealing
blame
my
here.
legally old enough to drink in most parts of the world woman.
God damn this kid who got thrown out of every school and now mugs people with clubs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this kid is clearly, like, not doing great in life if he, like, you know, he's economically disadvantaged, lives in a trailer, kicked out of schools, drugs, weapons, but this fucking, like, douchebag is seething because his, like, pedophile crush is more interested in this very
Yeah.
damaged young man.
This very damaged young man who is being groomed by my girl?
Yeah.
Why can't she be grooming me?
the new hit anime, My Girlfriend is a Groomer?
My girlfriend is grooming disadvantaged youths in another world?
Wow, this girl is a monster.
My fucking dragon girlfriend is grooming children?
To be fair, my dragon friend is a nonce is a better description of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid than its title.
I think it should be called Pedos, Pedos, and More Pedos.
Yeah. The pedophiles.
Starring this guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I shot myself in my own head. I killed the pedophile in me. Now I do the same for society.
These people don't deserve punishment.
Anyway.
Oh, fuck, I did it wrong. These people don't deserve punishment.
Punishment.
They deserve
Yeah,
the punishment.
Oh man.
Fans of the Hell of a Boss videos watching this are creaming right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this continues. He's cheated on her and threatened to force himself on her in past relationships. Past relationships?
This is
Was she like at it with him when he was 14?
what the fuck is going on?
Anyway, and everyone says he's ugly and an asshole and 15. That's me editorializing. And she's too good for him, but his middle name is Danger, so I'm fucked.
Imagine being sexually threatened by a 15-year-old. Imagine feeling sexually threatened by a 15-year-old boy.
The honest thing is, this is both a boy and it's bad because he's in so much danger from the fucking groomer girl, this fucking guy who's jealous and might like try to kill him someday, and just everything else in his life. Like, I ended up just feeling bad for this poor kid.
Yeah, and I know there's a bit like, he tried to like force himself on her, but like, the thing is, I just don't know what to believe from this dude who is just so clearly biased in wanting to make this guy out to be like literal Satan, to make himself seem like the nice guy that his pedophile girlfriend should be going after.
The twist is, the guy writing this is 13.
Oh God. Well, let's not forget too the fact that like this 18-year-old girl was going after a 15-year-old boy to begin with is like she is already committing assault on him.
Yeah, it's like a Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation where it's like, oh, everyone's horrible, but it doesn't mean what was done isn't horrible by each to each.
Yeah.
It's what we call in professional circles a clusterfuck.
Yeah, this whole
Yeah.
thing seems like something that you would write as like an exercise one afternoon to like get out some fucking nasty shit.
It's true. God, I'll put a link. For anyone who's just feeling like having a bad day, I'll ask Gus to put a Google Drive link to one of my exclusive short stories, What a Bros For, in the description, so they can enjoy a piece of my more experimental writing if they feel like having a good time. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments if Gus actually puts it
Yeah.
in. Anyway, is everyone ready for the last one?
Oh boy, the last bad boy. Let's do it.
This, in parenthesis, gay troper, is very attracted to bad boys. Emphasis on bad. So much that his perfect boyfriend would be an abusive, jerk-ass sociopath. He feels kind of guilty about it.
I hope he got some help.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh God, this is.
Yeah, that's one of those people who it's like, these are the kind of people that, like, obviously goes without saying, but abusive, jerk-ass sociopaths love the fact that these people exist.
Yeah.
And prey on them.
Man,
Yeah.
I gotta say, overall, the subject matter of this episode was one of the most depressing things. And I do want to clarify though, that last guy, it's one of those things where like the first step to getting help is admitting you have a problem. I think in this guy's case, it might be that he's admitting the problem out loud, but he's not admitting that it's a cry for help yet.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, someone who has that level of self-awareness, I think there is a degree of hope that they have better judgment.
Yeah.
And obviously, it goes without saying, if we want to take a positive message from this, and number one, like, obviously a lot of these people who are seen as, like, bad boys, really make the difference between someone who is just cool and exciting and someone who is just, like, abusive. But as well, at the same time, no one owes you a relationship because you're nice. That's not how it works.
And I think the over-reliance on, like, perceiving the world through, like, you're the main character, you have love interests, and, like, your love rival must automatically fall into a category that you've seen, like, in a show you like, that's gonna just end up with you labeling whoever manages to get the girl a bad boy regardless, because it's bad for you, and they just happen to be the other boy.
Yeah, exactly. There is no there is no benefit to anyone, not you or anyone else, from, like, building these narratives in your life, because there is no narrative logic to life. It's just randomness and chaos, and any meaning is something that you impose on it.
Yeah.
So don't impose shitty meanings on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I honestly, I think it's a good thing to know that this was like, it was a decade ago when this sort of stuff was in vogue, and nowadays people are a lot more conscientious of just each other in general.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's honestly nice that, like, reading this stuff in a lot of ways, while obviously these people still exist, they are not mainstream like they used to be, I would say. And now this kind of thinking as something that is, like, part of the zeitgeist, thankfully feels like a relic of the past.
Yeah, exactly. The Whedon days are over, and people are understanding.
May they never return.
Yeah, may they never
Whedon
return.
is dead. Long live Whedon.
Oh God, it's
Truly the age of Ultron.